Quick question for you. How many times today have you picked up your phone, unlocked it, and then just completely blanked on why you even opened it?
Happens to the best of us.
Right. Or maybe you just wanted to check the weather, and suddenly, I don't know, 20 minutes vanish, and you're like 27 videos deep into cat yoga.
Or those bird conspiracy theories, yeah.
Exactly, those bird theories. Anyway, if any of that sounds familiar, you are definitely in the right place.
Welcome.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're plunging headfirst into the social dilemma. And look, this isn't just about tallying up your screen time.
No, it goes much deeper than that.
It really does. We've carefully pulled out the most crucial insights from the social dilemma, unplugging from the algorithm. We want to explore how these platforms aren't just passive tools. They're these complex algorithmic systems designed in ways that, honestly, profoundly shape our lives, often without us even realizing it.
That unseen influence is key.
So our mission today, it's basically to give you a shortcut, a way to get genuinely well-informed about these hidden forces shaping your digital world.
Helping you find a bit of mental space?
Yeah, exactly. Some breathing room in your brain, and hopefully empower you to start playing this whole game a bit more your way.
It really is about peeling back the layers, isn't it?
Yeah.
So much of how we interact online feels, well, automatic, intuitive even.
Right.
But there's this hidden architecture underneath it all. And understanding the basic mechanics driving these things, that's absolutely the first step.
The first step to navigating it more consciously.
With intention, yeah.
Okay, so to really get how we ended up here, let's, rewind a bit. Remember the early days before all this algorithmic stuff took over?
Simpler times, perhaps?
Totally. Like early Facebook.
Yeah.
It felt like this huge digital party, right? You were poking friends.
Oh,
Posting song lyrics like we were all living some massive teenage drama. Whether we were or not, it was clunky. Definitely clunky, but it felt focused on, your actual friends. What changed?
Well, that's the crucial question. Because this shift, it was huge, seismic. Really.
Yeah.
And it happened incredibly fast.
Faster than we realized, probably.
Oh, absolutely. What these tech companies figured out very quickly was this fundamental truth. Your attention. It's not just valuable, it's immensely profitable.
Money.
Right. The longer they could keep you glued to the screen, the more ads they could show you. And, maybe even more importantly, the more data they could hoover up.
About everything.
Your behaviors, your preferences, even your mood, potentially. And this data, well, it let them fine-tune the whole system to keep you hooked even more effectively.
So, okay, if our attention is the new gold, then the algorithm became the super efficient mine.
That's a good way to put it.
Because it wasn't long before your feed wasn't just about what your friends posted. Suddenly, you're seeing stuff this smart system thinks will keep you scrolling endlessly.
Like a digital psychic almost.
Yeah. A digital psychic, exactly. Except, like the documentary points out, this psychic isn't trying to help you find enlightenment.
Yeah.
It's trying to sell you those socks you glanced at 3 months ago. The goal became crystal clear: maximize engagement. Because that directly maximizes revenue.
Precisely. The algorithm wasn't just some add-on feature, it became the core operating system. Your feed shifted from being this, passive stream of updates from people you know.
Right.
Into an active, super personalized curation engine. Its main job: capture your attention, hold on to it, and it's constantly learning, constantly adapting to do just that.
Which is a complete departure from those early days where it really was just about, connection.
A fundamental departure.
Okay, here's where, for me at least, it starts to feel really unsettling. You're scrolling, you're clicking, watching, commenting. It feels like you're driving,
Like you're in control.
Totally, like you're curating your own digital world. But the more we unpack the insights from the documentary, the clearer it becomes that it's more like you're the puppet. And the algorithm is this incredibly clever, subtle puppeteer pulling strings you barely even feel. It just completely undermines that idea of user choice, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. And what's really fascinating here is how effectively this whole mechanism builds what we call an echo chamber.
Ah, the echo chamber.
Let me try and paint a picture, drawing from the source material. Imagine you just like one video about, say, healthy eating. Seems innocent enough, right?
That makes sense.
But the app sees that. It registers that flicker of interest. It thinks, aha, wellness content. And the next thing you know, your entire feed starts to morph.
Oh, I've seen this happen.
Right. It quickly becomes this constant stream of related stuff. Maybe popular yoga influencers pop up, tips on intermittent fasting, maybe someone selling, I don't know, mushroom coffee.
Yeah. Right. So you're not actually seeing more diverse stuff. You're just getting funneled deeper into what it already knows you liked.
Exactly. It reinforces those existing interests, those viewpoints. It feels like it's trying to please you, maybe?
But it's actually narrowing your perspective.
Precisely. And while that might seem kind of harmless for wellness tips.
Yeah, what's the harm?
Well, the documentary makes this chillingly clear point. Apply that exact same mechanism to political content. Or to really extreme viewpoints.
Yeah.
Or even just stuff that's flat out untrue.
Things get messy.
Things get messy. Fast. And the really scary part, as the material stresses, is that you barely notice it happening.
It's subtle.
It's a slow, subtle shaping of how you see reality, delivered in these tiny, easy-to-swallow, and increasingly biased bits.
Yeah.
It can fundamentally alter how you understand the world.
Okay, let's dig into the addiction mechanics here, because it's genuinely disturbing when you grasp the level of intention behind it. You know that little buzz, that dopamine hit you get when someone likes your post? Or you see that perfect photo, that little rush?
Feels good.
Feels good, feels natural. But this deep dive makes it explicit. That is not an accident. That feeling is meticulously designed, engineered.
Which raises a huge question. How do they make it so sticky, so addictive?
Yeah.
Well, the documentary reveals something quite stark.
Uh-huh.
They literally studied how slot machines work.
The slot machines. Seriously.
Seriously. Think about it. A slot machine, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. That unpredictability, what psychologists call variable rewards.
Okay.
It's an incredibly powerful hook. It keeps people pulling the lever.
Sure.
Well, social media companies took that exact psychology and baked it into your phone.
So sometimes you get a ton of likes, sometimes a comment goes viral, sometimes crickets.
Exactly. That very randomness keeps you coming back, almost compulsively checking, like a gambler chasing the next win.
Wow. And because of that design, we've just normalized being constantly tethered to our screens. It's almost unconscious now.
Completely normalized.
Think about it. Phones at the dinner table, standard. Phones in the bathroom, definitely happens. Waking up in the morning.
First thing you reach for.
So many people, yeah. We've just accepted being constantly plugged in, constantly available, constantly seeking that next little hit, that variable reward. It's just baked into modern life.
But at what cost? That's the question the documentary really forces us to confront. There's a very real price tag attached to this constant digital tether.
Like what?
We're talking about widespread sleep problems, documented increases in anxiety levels, that constant nagging FOMO, fear of missing out.
FOMO.
Because everyone else's online life, their highlight reel, looks so much shinier, so much more perfect than your own, actual messy reality.
That comparison trap.
That comparison trap is brutal. This constant performance, this digital stage, it takes a significant, often hidden toll on our mental well-being. It's a heavy price for what started out seeming like harmless connection. I mean, I know I've felt that pull myself, that need to just check one more time.
Oh, absolutely. And honestly, what really landed for me going through the material is the realization that these companies, they know exactly what they're doing.
It's not accidental.
No, This isn't some unforeseen side effect of engineers just trying to connect people. The documentary clearly shows they employ actual teams, behavioral psychologists, UX experts, engineers, all working to fine-tune every single notification.
Every color.
Every color, every sound, every little vibration in your pocket. It's all meticulously crafted to maximize your engagement, to keep you coming back for more. It's deliberate strategy.
Yeah, have you ever noticed how refreshing your feed feels?
Yeah.
That little pull-down gesture?
Yeah, that little snapback.
That satisfying release? That's not random. It's engineered. It literally mimics pulling a slot machine lever.
Wow, I never thought of it that way.
Or think about Instagram hiding likes. Framed as being for mental health. All right, it sounded good.
Seemed progressive, yeah.
But the material points out they're still tracking all your engagement behind the scenes. The core mechanics didn't actually change. They just changed how you perceive the metrics while they still collect all that valuable data.
It's a masterclass in behavioral design.
It truly is.
They might say it's about connection. They might market it that way, bringing the world closer, all that stuff. But digging into the source, one core idea just absolutely stopped me in my tracks. And it's powerful and kind of unsettling.
Which is?
That you're not the customer. You're actually the product. Can you unpack that? What does that really mean?
It means the primary goal isn't actually facilitating human connection. Not really. When you peel back the layers, it's about data.
Data.
It's about
Okay.
dollars. And ultimately, it's about dominating your attention. See, when you, the user, aren't paying for the service with money.
Which we usually aren't.
Right. You're paying with your attention and your personal data. Your clicks, your likes, your dislikes, how long you watch a video, who your friends are, all of that becomes the actual commodity.
It's the thing being sold.
Exactly. That data gets bundled up, analyzed, packaged, and then sold. To advertisers, sure, but also potentially political campaigns, third-party data brokers. You become the valuable asset in this massive digital marketplace.
And that reframing, switching from thinking of yourself as the customer to realizing you're the product that's just fundamental, it changes everything about how you see these platforms.
It really does. Once you grasp that, you start seeing every feature differently, every notification, every personalized recommendation.
Yeah.
You see it not just as a service for your benefit, but as a mechanism designed specifically to optimize you for sale.
Wow.
It's a completely different lens. And it forces you to ask some pretty big questions about your own agency, about privacy, about what's really happening when you scroll.
Oh, okay, so now what? Where does that leave us? Do we all need to, like, delete every app, smash our phones, and run off to the mountains?
Go full monk mode. Probably not necessary for most people.
Right, relax. You don't have to completely disconnect from modern life.
Yeah.
But awareness, just knowing this stuff, that alone is incredibly powerful.
Absolutely. Being aware of these underlying mechanics can fundamentally shift how you interact with it all.
So the documentary offers some really practical, concrete steps, right? Things you can actually do.
Yes, absolutely. Awareness-driven steps that can genuinely help you reclaim some control without having to ditch social media altogether. First off, and this is a big one,
Notifications.
turn off unnecessary notifications. Seriously. You don't need a buzz every time someone likes a meme your cousin posted. Those little pings are designed distractions.
Designed to pull you back in, disrupt whatever you are doing in the real world.
Precisely. They hijack your focus.
Okay, what else?
Then, consider setting screen time limits. Not like a punishment,
Right.
More like an objective way to just check in with your habits, to actually see where your time is going. It's about mindfulness, really.
Just being conscious of it.
Exactly. And the material also suggests some simple but really profound boundaries.
Yeah.
Like keep your phone out of reach during meals.
Don't bring it to bed.
Definitely don't bring it to bed. These seem like small things, but they can have a huge impact on your actual presence with people, your sleep quality, your overall mental state.
Small changes, big difference.
And maybe, just maybe, try to stop the doom scrolling after midnight.
Guilty.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
But that late night spiral can be particularly bad for sleep and just general well-being. Even these seemingly minor shifts, like the documentary suggests, can create real breathing room in your brain.
Help you take back some of that attention that's been so cleverly captured.
Exactly. Reclaim some of that focus.
Look, let's be clear. Social media isn't inherently evil. We're not saying that.
Not at all.
It connects us in amazing ways sometimes. It entertains us. It can even educate us. There's undeniable value there.
Of course. But let's not pretend it doesn't come with a pretty significant and often hidden price tag.
Right. It's not free.
This deep dive into the social dilemma, it's more than just talking about a documentary. It really serves as a crucial wake-up call.
A wake-up call about what's really going on under the hood of these platforms we use every single day, understanding the incentives driving their design.
Understanding the game.
Yeah. So the next time you find yourself kind of stuck in that scroll hole, or you just mindlessly reach for your phone, maybe just pause, just for a second, and ask yourself, who's really in control right now? Is it me or is it the machine?
That's the critical question.
Because once you truly understand what the game is, suddenly you have the power to start playing it your way, not theirs.
Making those small conscious shifts, that's where the agency comes back.
Exactly. Those little changes can genuinely create that breathing room in your brain and let you start taking back control of your digital life.